It is time, my friends, for the lower finals between Team Liquid versus Team Heretics, my friends. Best of 5. Get ready because this one will be legendary. Heretics choose Haven. Liquid pick Ascent. Third map will be Icebox. The rest I don't know yet.
The shield popped on ISO and the control taken.
Let's go. Fanatic composition for Heretics.
Pick, the flash is good, and the pick goes to Heretics. That's exact start.
Both teams already qualified for Masters Toronto, man.
Putting things back.
But they want to go to the grand finals to face Fnatic.
Maybe not being the best for Liquid, but the fact is, already a man to the good. They're in a good position here, and Camo strikes, leaving just one standing, but that one is Miniboo. He's been having an insane tournament, even spots out the last man, but that last man is nAts. Maybe one of the few that could match him, but with an open plant, he will reposition back towards middle.
He goes for the full wraparound. He might not have time. Already put under pressure by that clock. The tap from nAts has to confirm that it's not being diffused.
Yes! That's nice, Miniboo. That's legendary, bro.
He might have been quiet
against nAts,
but a Red Bull
impressive.
Off this BO5.
And man, remember that
this is why I
the champions will skip the Swiss stage on Masters, okay? So
I feel like it gives
winning everything will be huge.
Series. They've been playing it throughout the entirety of the tournament, and for Miniboo, you mentioned it. I don't even think he had.
Oh, that was crazy.
Probably his worst performance we've seen the entire stage. He has been the highest ACS player all the way through. A bit of support here, the backup. Ready in position, paranoia even there.
Man, Camo yesterday, so good, my friends. Yeah, of course I jinxed the guy. Oh my god, the forbidden round!
A massive blip with one coming up. Panic Attack might just be there to save the day though. Benji so low on HP, but he still wins the fight, and Boo comes up with another, leaving only Serial remaining. He had so many fantastic clutches in the match yesterday, and already
true.
This one off with a bang, leaving him facing off against Benji on the other side. 21 HP, but the time on his side.
Slowly ticking away, a patient player. Like you said, that one bullet needed to take him down. Serial has to make the right call though. Spotting out that angle, and he's seen him now, but Benji's hot on the trigger. A third kill for him, and a third round for Team Heretics. Team Heretics now know what they're up against. They see these players on site, but they're not deterred. Ultimate pop by Serial. He's going to be suppressed. Can't get that old pop.
He missed?
Benji's in with a double. The A site is theirs. Great reaction by Woot, completely denying the what seemed to be safe play for Team Liquid and leaving them with a disadvantage on the retake.
No impact from that annihilation. If it connects, that could have been a true difference maker, and nAts trying to peek into the double.
Man, this is gonna break the Liquid economy once again, man.
Was ripped clean off. Nice shot from Kiko. Actually hits the dink onto Rians as well. Still as crispy as ever. Wanted to start here. Get things rolling as quickly as possible. Already going to see that Hunter's Fury utilized by Rians, looking to try and garner the team extra space, but nothing really being found. In fact, from Liquid, it's incredibly passive, knowing that they have the availability of this ult in the retake, as they now look to try and get space. Camo is there once again.
Miniboo is looking so good.
Miniboo, good flash as well. Stops that left side peak.
This is prime Miniboo, bro.
Going through. They've picked
every team he's just destroying people.
They've got their back secured, and Numbers looking down on mid. It's going to be difficult.
I just want to watch my VR versus this team, bro. This is the game that I want to watch the most in Masters.
But there's more on its way.
Right, make it happen.
And now comfortable that there's no diffuse happening.
They are saving. 7-1, bro. Eddie in the first map.
Into their opponent's hands. With is set up alongside nAts on B. It's going to be a mid crunch. Already seeing that contact outside of B. nAts with the double. The response clear, resounding for Heretics. They put some players in the dirt. The rifle recovered, and instant death for Serial as he touches it. Another 3-piece for Benji. Make that 4.
Cyphers went crazy. We need to see the reply.
An 8-1 for Team Heretics.
Vamos, Team Heretics.
Look, the next map looks better for Liquid, but if it keeps up like this, Tom, even they'll have doubts.
It genuinely feels.
Man, some rounds were so close, man. It's like it's 7-1, but if that pistol goes Liquid away, if that, I think it was the buy round goes Liquid, the game would be so different, man.
Even still, when he came to Heretics,
it looks like a stump, but it's not.
Follows though, innit?
With Camo. Keeps the information, rotates around. A site already taken, but nAts has managed to find himself an angle around that smoke. A double pickup already. The spam almost takes Boo, and Serial finishes him off. Another hero play needed. MiniBoo on the site, damn close to it. A three-piece.
Oh, we miss again.
The ult doesn't land, and the shot connected.
Bro, look
Heretics have it all.
how many rounds
Benji's clutching out
we're deciding in these 1v1s, bro.
is left for Team Liquid.
But yeah, props to Heretics, man. They are more clutch today, you know?
Same training routine after this one. That was
It's a big part of the game.
With the final shot, even managing to dodge the ultimate just seconds before that annihilation.
One of the most beautiful parts of the game.
Annihilated it.
And what a shot, man. What did I said?
It's already looking like a very different story, even if by some miracle Liquid managed to turn this map. They've already got more rounds than they did in the first two, and well, Woot's already got that opening pick onto nAts. The wraparound is solid though, really good.
2 rounds Liquid had to drain to have any chance.
A 4 versus 3.
Two in the pistol.
As well with Kiko.
It was what? BBL who threw this, right? Like,
Making it through the window.
I don't remember the scar, but it was a stump from BBL and then they throw it.
If he managed it, finally.
Remember GX versus Team Heretics on Split? It was 10-2. And they come back and won that map, bro. Stats for you, my friend. Sometimes I forget shot. Sometimes the rounds are too low. And bro, we gotta give it the feedback to EMEA. They need to show the stats, so at least one of the players will become. Everybody does that. Why? EMEA is the only place that don't do it.
A death blow, but already look at the response. The defense looking to wrap round from behind.
1v1 again, bro. But this time it's nAts.
On either side, the
Two
ideal
legends.
of nAts, and while Benjyfishy, who's been in the finest of form so far this map, have to face off. He might just slip the net. The cam is holding on the corner. He's been spotted, but already manages to deal so much damage on towards nAts. Will get away.
This is so tough for nAts. Yeah, man, this was so tough for nAts. Benji was too close, man. In his feeling, he's so confident right now.
And especially when you look
So, next map is awesome, bro.
in particular.
Been around
They win the break Heretics economy. Keep the dream alive.
MiniBoo under pressure, but you'll never believe.
Man, I couldn't see the game between Fura and Team Spirit today, man. It's so I'd love to see that.
So you know, Liquid have invested into this round.
I gotta check the results, man. Probably it's over already.
Trying to take a leaf out of BBL's book, but
let me check. Let me check real fast.
Boo's on his way up here.
Oh.
He's gonna see that trap and try to make
Third match is not over yet. Spirit is winning.
Fight for nAts, but one that he wins. Boo on the other side, though, has dropped that A defender. Now opening up a little avenue for himself, but he's
someone stop that guy, donkey, bro.
For the
It is insane.
Serial takes inspiration, doubles up on that fight and leaves Benji alone. Another
not a
clutch needed.
Yeah, not again, right?
I believe it would be another 3K as well. Time ticking, and the force buy of Team Liquid seems to have found success.
Yeah, no time, no time.
Rooted. Great bait by Ben.
No time, but so expensive.
Time is gone, but still an unbelievable attempt.
Boo
30 seconds left.
just waiting in case they try and go back towards the other side. He's heard the plant, has the paranoia, but is completely sectioned off from the rest of the team, at least for now.
Wait, it's gonna be a while before he can break through that. Got the numbers to work with. Oh, he's TP'd. They've heard that. They know he's close. The ult is going to be popped by Serial as well, and he's caught him. That's one player down. Oh, but they've not caught Woot! He walked straight through the smoke that was thrown out just before that sees. Gives them a real chance with Patatek all alone on the backside, and he's spotted out by MiniBoo. A 3-piece for him. A lot of hope built up by that Ascent play this season, because the Haven ain't going anywhere near their favor.
Yeah, that's the problem. They now come into this round with severe limitations on the credits. They got to make decisions of where they want to try and take this, and ideally
playing his best Valorant, bro, in a long time, if not the best ever.
But think about that last round. You got picked off immediately by MiniBoo. Still some hope in the crowd that there will be a response in this map, but
nah, bro, nah. There's just no way.
They manage versus BBL, and while let's be real, this Heretic squad have been a different.
I should have been thinking about Ascent already.
Slip the net, but no sneaky play to be had, and instead they're walking into the Lion's den. They may know where that Lion is, but dealing with him has been a difference.
Man, they need to stop their momentum. They need to kick the PC. Ask for a... No, don't do that. No, take pause. Don't take pause. GG, my friend. GG. Heretics Masterclass. But man, the score doesn't reflect on how close some of these rounds were, and things could be different, bro. But in the end, it was a clean map for Heretics. Top play.
Unbelievable performance. Feels like we couldn't go 2 or 3 rounds.
Everyone's on fire in this thing.
Pickup by that man.
And Camo on chat, man. Things that I love to see.
Get into your map.
nAts once again, and Benji once again on the Cypher.
Playing out before our eyes.
Serial keeping the deadlock here.
From this
Good
defensive
pick.
side. They've got the Yoru and the Jet pushed down on mid. A late play coming out from Kiko. Might be too late to catch them. No. It's gone down.
Okay.
3 coming up for the
Looking
attack.
good for Liquid.
Very clean
Spike
start to
planted.
this take, ready for the flank to come in behind them, but Boo is still lurking, still waiting around. Rian's currently blocked out by the barrier. Well, getting anything from this point onwards is going to be difficult. Talk about the difficulties at time of that double sentinel when it's on the attack, but once you get into defensive positions, that's when it really has its value. Those post plants can be filthy. And well, at this stage for Rians, it's all about just finding some extra orbs, getting a few extra credits while you do it, and maybe even earning some style points.
Man, I
Really
say,
just don't want to be
Rians
walking into
has one
this
of the
guy's
best aims
crosshair.
in the
He
game,
has
my
some of the
friends.
highest
It's
headshot
just too
percentage
beautiful.
of anybody you'll see, and has had a little bit of a warm-up at the end of a Team Liquid round.
And
Yeah,
this already
there's
gives me a lot of
something
confidence,
about
bro.
Heretics
They lost the
in this
round,
series
but
when it
he's
comes to
feeling
those
amazing.
multi-kills. They are taking them in droves so far. I thought that could have been too late, but of course Woot was shift walking to try to make it around to main.
But it's going to be funny because if you're like a scoreboard warrior, you're going to look at that and go, Rians get 4 kills in the pistol round, they still don't win it. Like, what were the rest of the guys doing? Other teams.
Here.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe
This kid is clean, man.
Play for the long game normally, but the opening pick looks very good indeed. One of the rifles, the main one, the Vandal, finding exactly what it needs. The shot landing for Camo again. The third, not quite there, but Serial
They like to
picks
fight,
it up
bro.
anyways
I love
in
that.
What should have been a relatively convincing round, one that Liquid don't usually have a lot to say in, one that Liquid come in with a massive disadvantage in terms of weaponry. This is looking like somewhere they'll find a lot of success. Benji, he's being flanked up on, but it's all about timing for Patatek. He can play this super slow.
Benji has a
Use the
unique
salvos
style of
to try
play.
to lock in the round, and that might be the best play. Playing the numbers, playing the time, but now he's got it! Oh, it's perfect for Patatek!
Big round.
3 rounds! Looks like we're seeing Serial in full scrim form. Oh, what a dodge! Barely avoiding that annihilation. Hunter's Fury sent through as well. Defenders trying to slow down this push, but Liquid
Man,
still get
they're
the
gonna
space.
snowball the
They
game.
take
They're
down
gonna
many
snowball the
players.
game here with this round.
Coming out of the smoke. Serial with another. And now this round seemingly Oh, nAts!
The GOAT.
I don't know what's happened between. Nice shot by Miniboo. Road to recovery, perhaps. A second. Just as I claim he's not online. He's been
Bro,
brought back
I'm not
into
gonna
the
lie to you.
fray. The Team Liquid
5
now
for
with a
Liquid here
two-man
is more than
disadvantage.
enough
Still,
already,
though,
bro.
weaponry looking very good for them.
But we're
Abandoning
seeing
this position though, will
some
give the chance for some of those
games
defenders
where
to recover those rifles.
The teams won, the attack side with the scope, and they
players on A,
still
Liquid
managed to
walking
lose
into
the
it.
game, bro. I don't know how.
Yeah, Miniboo was sort of the ruse. He was just meant to hold the line a little bit for the rest of the team, and while nAts has tried to be cheeky and
Probably they lost
the
rounds
paranoia,
like this,
they
so.
haven't baited out the one thing that is on the other side, and that's the utility, alongside a little bit
But
of
they
help
almost
from
got
Rians.
flawless
Or maybe he'll
on
just do
Ico
everything
round.
on his own. They finally got around.
Okay,
As
send
of
the
right now, I was going to say
TP.
doesn't have a way out, but he's waited for the drone, and will will be forced out. No, he didn't
Bro.
take the TP.
What?
An audacious play. Overstays is welcome. 2 players on site. They haven't been spotted. Never mind. Boo's dealt with. They don't expect the second. Rians gets the jump on the
Rians.
first, but he's dealt with quickly by the flood of attacking players.
And the Savior, bro, there's no way we get another 7-1, right? Like, no way.
What a big cost to be paid. Now, they expected it last time. Do they expect it again? Rians through the cage, has got a double. nAts is staring down that corner. He knows. He knows, but he can't deal with Miniboo.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful, it's beautiful.
As Team Liquid,
Look at the shots, man.
Pressure, the same mistake that they forced out in the previous.
This is why we love Valorant, bro. This is what I love.
I mentioned in the last map, it seemed like Riens was in the Dora Explorer backpack. He has definitely got out of it, and if anything, put the rest of the team.
Yeah, that's Valorant, bro. That's Valorant.
His own. I believe he currently has the same amount of kills as the rest of the team combined, which is definitely not a good sign for the side of Heretics. But in that round, it's at least something. Solid individual performance from him, bringing in that Hunter's Fury once more. But you can see the immediate response is.
I mean, I was seeing a tweet from Aspa saying that they will play the tournament qualifier on the old patch, while the Masters Toronto will play on the new patch. What is happening here, bro? What a mess.
Gets his reward for his trouble. A lot of space taken, but it's aware on Team Heretics. They were watching it the whole time. Woot picking off Kiko. Miniboo wrapping around as they're worried about the op. Misses his shot, and that's okay. Back out of that position, uses util to reclaim some space, and now Woot goes walkabouts, goes looking for the pick, but it's Serial to find it in response.
Good trade.
Another for Serial as he's stepping up, but needs an ace to close this round out, suspecting another player on site will give him an opportunity. For now, it's passive play from Team Heretics. Oh, never mind. He's isolated one. He's through the door for another. And now,
go to
away from the ace.
There's Annihilation online as well.
Bro.
He has the sensors available. Every single piece of the kit is available. For Serial and Benji can't really do anything without giving his position away. He's hoping to maybe try and catch him out. But I like this reposition from Serial, realizing that he's gonna expect the
Don't listen to me! Don't listen to me! Why did I say you? Why did I say you?
Tried to fire it directly at his opponent. It was just one of the greatest clips ever, and it is going to be clipped, but not for the right reasons.
He's been an
unbelievable!
Oh, that's tough. Everything set up perfectly.
Bro, I can't believe he lost that. That would be one of the best aces ever.
Puzzle put together
end the clip here. End the clip. End the clip. End the clip.
Beautifully isolates every battle. This ult almost creates a target for Benji to fire back on. You can see that.
Okay, that makes more sense.
There. They see the ult online and they know.
I thought they were set for a series.
Break the wall too. It's over.
And another clutch for Benji, man. The guy's on fire. Heretics really found their farm.
There we go.
Just like Sentinels,
TP towards the spawn.
like Chingy.
Gap that's not really
this master will be fun, bro.
Battled for, and it leaves a couple to try and hold this alone. Riens, with a little bit of help, has managed to find two, in fact, with the Hunter's Fury. And well, after getting that round over the line,
and Miniboo was staring at that the whole time, waiting to pop that flash to punish.
They're going to try and go for it again. I like it. Maybe trying to catch them off guard a little bit with the aggression. Boo, though, it's the same result. Spam through the smoke. He does still get caught by the net, but a completely different position. It's being spammed by Paditek, and Riens has gone down. Woot is going to only be able to find one, and now his position's about to be revealed, and while he's pulling out the pin, he will lose his life.
Yeah, great ult that forced him to avoid that snake in the grass play. Now an opportunity for the plant, the post plant looking strong. The ult online for Serial. Probably see him swinging out wide with it this time. Playing nice and safe down below. nAts covering him. And Paditek in main waiting for salvos to come online. There it is, they just came on. So everything for Team Liquid to close this one out. The information sure will come through and the ult will be popped. Opportunity to use it as well. He's looking in the right direction. Oh, but he's caught with it in hand again! And now, nAts goes down! Paditek desperately
what
looking
a comeback
to put
by
salvos into play, but it's already going to be halved. They've got time on their side if they can force this peak, and it will be forced soon. Miniboo, the bodyguard, the man he has to get through, and Paditek
versus his own team, bro.
The Red Bull clutch.
Okay, that's a legendary. I love that.
The double duelist trying to dive through. These setups are going to be so difficult. Well, this time they're not diving through anything. It's an aggressive pistol round start from the defensive side of Liquid, not shying away from a fight. You have to be careful, though. A couple of players tagged up at least a little bit, and the kills quickly going back the way of Heretics. Benji and Woot somehow turning.
Man, this was
Just a
looking
one
like
man. But that one
was
man
going
is
to be
nAts.
an
He knows
easy
exactly
game
where
for
they are,
Liquid,
I just
but
missed the boat on the timing.
one thing about Liquid is that it's never easy, my friends.
They've slipped into main. Still a trap covering that cross.
Liquid fans, they know that.
Will be broken soon, and nAts will know exactly what's going down. But in
Liquid defense, they don't live long.
Comeback. And with that,
Because
available
all this stress this thing
Boathouse, they can
put
just
in
run
throw,
down
but
that clock
they are loyal, man.
and force nAts
I
into
respect
a
that.
1v2 fight. Both players 50 HP. And a Sheriff recovered. The body shots, all that he needs, but he's got to be quick against Woot and Benjyfishy. A man who had so many 3Ks, I lost count in the previous
2 bullets, bro. 2 bullets. Close your eyes. That's one that.
Second he makes this cross, Benji will have the information. He even has the tag, and they peek him together. What a resurgence from the side of Heretics around, and a pistol at least gives them that little bit of an extra boost.
And you can understand the logic to Team Liquid still taking those fights. They can reset into a 2-2 setup, or having someone passive on a site, allow a post plant, and have to fight into it. Give numbers. Oh, re-end! It's an
Just like that?
But an ace is an ace, and Orb
That's the most
in his
unexpected
back
ace of all
pocket.
time,
That's
bro.
a hell of a start. The
That's so
Guardian just
fast.
shredding through those unarmored opponents. My goodness.
He's not even celebrating that.
Like 4 exit kills.
What just
And
happened?
an ace and an eco. The man is just getting
Something's
as many
in his face
orbs as he
here.
possibly can.
Something will be in
Oh
my
yeah,
system
you
one
mentioned
too,
he's now
man.
2 away from having that Hunter's
Looking
Fury
good.
already.
Playing chat.
Incredibly.
Bro, Liquid is in trouble.
The
I
second
think
half,
if they lose
is
this
where
map,
things
this
should
might
get a
end
little bit more
3-0.
difficult. I mentioned he's trying to get there as quietly as possible, but the only real thing he's hoping for is a gap.
30 seconds
He has
left.
found a massive gap, potentially. 1 down, the second not quite
No,
going
there's
his
no
way.
way.
He's brought nAts low, but
Right?
could have been a difference maker. Just trying to find any space
Bro.
that he humanly can. In fact, they are all looking the other direction. And now another one for Benji. He seems to make every single these rounds
So expensive,
desperately
dude.
close.
So
And yet,
expensive.
considering that's a
Benji's
bonus, it could
strong
have easily
Liquid.
been 4, 5 players left standing. Well, all that's left is 1.
Hell, if Benji didn't see that player in market, he has the freest picks of his life. That could have been a 3K spray down into spawn. What a recovery. And again, one of the factors that we looked at is, oh, well, he hasn't been online quite as much. Well, here in this half, he certainly has been. That's the lead for Team Liquid, 8-7, but they were up against a light buy. And they struggle, they stumble.
They're aggressing into middle. There are a fair few pieces missing in this round, and this Outlaw is as deadly as ever. They're going to go swinging into it, and those are just easy picks for Miniboo. That's the damage that
Seeing
Benji
Liquid
caused in the
doing
last round. They couldn't afford those heavier
The same
shields.
thing BBL did.
Well, those are the freest kills he might get all day.
That guy deserves an assist for that up on the scoreboard. He's not going to find it, though.
It's
Still,
not enough.
he'll be, he has, hasn't he? On 12-6 at the moment. He'll be happy enough if they win this round.
yeah,
Damage done,
bro.
And he's dealt with in the
This
end.
is gonna
This
destroy
fans
their
through the wall
economy.
From all those players on top mid. Now with 5 versus 2.
Unbelievable, bro.
Seems like the
Unbelievable.
hard work's being
But
done.
man,
It's
still,
the
like,
formality.
if I just
Attempt to
go
close
here,
this
okay?
out, the cage saw
And you
them.
tell me, this 8-8.
Nats know that there's a
Liquid with this
player
comp, I think,
just
bro, this
around
is
the
looking
corner
good for
who
Liquid,
will
right?
catch him. The players on site may well do. 1 for nAts.
Careful.
Much more
Careful.
needed and found. He's down to 17 HP. The space has been claimed for the plant. Wow. Close.
Really don't want to give this man anything. Cam still set up for the corner. Boo sectioned off. Trying to get information to that back site. But they're now just looking to lock in. Ultimate for Ian's, but probably not going to be utilized in this scenario. And now the gap's been found by Kiko.
But he's
This
so
leaves nAts
low.
Still desperately low. They made this one costly, or more so he has. But anything more from here should be an impossibility, and Rians make sure of it. The safest pair of hands you could hope for.
Rounds on the attack than every other game for Team Liquid on this. 2 other games combined. This has been an impressive display from this attacking side. A big push by Miniboo. But Kiko manages to slip out of his grasp. That's not quite so lucky as Wu takes him down, and the quick trade as Miniboo eventually
Has loot
finishes
again.
off his dinner. A 2 versus 2 were left in. A plant
30
needed
seconds
by
left.
Heretics. Hunter's Fury from Rian's already used, but to be honest, him being alive is enough for me to believe. Nice shot.
Spike
Surprised we
planted.
don't see Okay, Annihilation used a little bit later.
Okay,
He's almost using it just to try and target players, and he has caught one.
Serial, man.
As well.
That's how you do it.
It's finally worked out. This team, that is absurd. Like, he literally
Good stats.
wasn't even there at the beginning.
The kid is different, man.
We're going.
I love
Mood
it.
hitting his 1,000 kill mark as the DRX attempt. Big push coming through from Team Liquid. Benji's waiting for it. He's already caught 2 on the main push. Is he ready for camo? He will be if the ult gives him info in time. There is the info.
Okay.
Camo's moved quickly. Still, enough of a distraction caused on that side that now...
No access to side. Need to step it up here, bro. Get 3 kills.
It's going to cause problems for the player now. Stuck on site.
There, bro.
Wood is quick on the trigger, leaving Camo to do it all. He's already picked off 2. And Ace, the entirety of Team Heretics have to fall at his hands, or double digits will be found by Heretics.
What?
And this attack side win streak will continue.
I'm gonna sharp this blade,
Battle
bro.
was with the window.
Spike planted.
This
The
knife.
rest might be a little bit tougher. 3 to find, and they're just not going to give him anything. A peek here would be an unnecessary risk that you just don't expect to see from players.
No
of their
chance
caliber.
for him. Liquid, no money. Heretics with an epic comeback.
Tried to get aggressive into middle, to no avail. Well, it's a change of pace altogether from this attack side. nAts, he's been overwhelmed in a lot of scenarios. Well, he's overwhelmed again. Woo!
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable, Liquid.
2 far more high impact ones in this.
Bro, they got the
Now that
perfect
good in the early round,
perfect
good when
start
posted up. It has to
in this
fight
map.
back into
Was
the
what,
space.
5-6-0 with this comp? That was supposed to be GG there, bro.
But they've caught Benji unaware. The spam off the reveal, not quite working out, but Mini Boo drops Camo. That's the op on the ground. Unlikely to be recovered as they seek.
Heretics is just better, bro. If you get 6 rounds
Heretics
on the attacking side with this comp and you don't win, bro, there's something really wrong with you.
The Heretics boys.
Yeah, my friends, I'm afraid this is gonna end 3-0, man, because I don't know if Liquid has the mindset,
Heretics have been looking
the resilience to come back here. Icebox is a very strong map for Heretics.
Up alongside Camo. They might be bleeding, but this
Okay, bro, they can still win. Mundi, calm down. They can still come back here.
13. The map is not done.
It's 3 rounds, man. It's 3 rounds. 2.
The man left alive as well.
They don't throw this one.
In some series, we'd look at this and go, well, at least it's not Mini Boo. At least it's not Benji. But by God, Rienz has hit godlike form.
I'll be honest, I never think that. Anytime it's Rienz, I'm scared. This guy's too good.
A Plantier gets him a Hunter's Fury. The glass broken, they know where he is. The push up from Camo as well.
Who's better, Rienz or
from
Trent?
the top and the bottom of the map. The reveal, though, he's trying to bait
It's a good
them in.
fight, no?
This is beautiful.
Twin center
They're slow
players,
as
man.
well. They're not giving them the opportunities. I like this from Liquid. The discipline on
salvos.
display.
There's no need to get aggressive. You have so much utility. You have the net available.
They come.
You can even go in.
Bro, 2 rounds with this comp on the defender side is very doable.
Coming into this map, you would not have thought this possible to ask, can they get 2 in a row on the defense? But Team Liquid have had that problem, and it's a great predictive play from Rienz. After the first
It is
tag,
great.
Kiko is hunted down.
They've used that dimensional drift in tandem to give that opener, removing one player from
Big one.
action, but the trip in a sneaky spot has managed to even things up. Camo even looking to go back in, reclaim space, get into position once more, turning things back into an advantageous position alongside
Oh my goodness.
leaving just Mini Boo standing.
Cam was insane.
They used their
Yo, that round that
ultimates.
he did
They threw
to close
everything
the map
into this
against
one.
BL.
And just look
Epic,
at the patience
epic.
from Liquid. They know once again, hey, I give this guy an individual fight. Maybe my head goes missing. Maybe I give them a way back into this round. But if we stick together, he doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, gotta play together. Hold hands.
And salvos to work with. No gate crash either.
Don't give the man a
He
chance.
could go tap it on A and take his gate crash over to B. Got none left to put down. The rotation is going to be a long one. And Team Liquid sitting outside the entry of A, waiting to throw that utility through and end this round. Well, they're going to have to use it to clear out space because this read is good. Now, there's still a sensor in play. It's going to have
So
to
they're gonna
walk
get the
fast.
plant. Maybe
Probably going to get caught.
try to get a kill on CT.
Makes it through the corner as well, but it does give the info to Team Liquid. They now know where the hit's coming through. They can hopefully contain him on that side.
He has 1 flash.
I wonder if the giant shotgun is going to be brought out by Serial. Might end up being his demise, but they're going to try and run through, clearing the few angles that are left, but You'd hope that this one wouldn't go unchecked. Miniboo in a bit of a sneaky spot. They've all got past him to already go his way. It's a mistake from Liquid that might just be the end of the map. Camo trying to bait him in.
They didn't even consider checking. They had all the time in the road. They didn't check it. Miniboo, you are a legend. Liquid, you are bad.
Impossible, but instead, Heretics sit 2-0.
Unbelievable. A correction.
I also wouldn't expected that play. That was actually pretty good by Miniboo. That was amazing.
0 to Team Liquid. Heretics have come in today and they look to dish out what they were served in that lower bracket final.
Here we go, my friends. Icebox. Kiku on Jet.
Into it. Team Heretics.
It's a good map for Heretics, man.
Utility waiting for
they have a good attack side, excellent defender side.
A good idea where the hit's coming through. Miniboo not deterred.
Tough for Liquid, but not impossible.
The suppression nor the decay will keep him back. He grabs an opening.
Already passed the nano swarms. I don't think they expected them to be that deep into the site already. It was a quasi flood position from the defense. Hoping to get in a little bit early. Instead, they've taken a hefty amount of damage. And on the other side, Miniboo is as fine and dandy as ever. Woot is going to add another to the death toll. This is looking rough for Liquid in the pistol, and they're going to try and get past Miniboo and the full force of this defense at this stage. The wraparound, okay, it's not pretty, but there's only one man left standing. Serial to do it all.
Yeah,
at least with a couple, but the remaining two, they're just playing
25 HP.
Yeah, and there's no need to overextend at this point.
One bullet.
Serial already low, time on their side. The defense
so a good start here for Liquid would be so good.
An easy connect as Benji already sees it's not being stuck. Now the time more so in their favor. Benji wants to shut it down.
And I actually think this is where, well,
okay, good trade, good trade.
Ultimate for Woot can become so much more dangerous if he can catch a couple of players with it.
Rotate from Liquid. It's caught Benji at least. The snake in the grass dealt with. Sight the few rifles. Woot not really given an opportunity.
Oh, he gets the Q.
Top, Boo does well, finding the first, isolating the second.
Oh my god, Liquid is so much trouble.
Thrash will be sent out. Panatek, he's up top, he's safe and isolating, finds, but Woot from the rope takes him down. They crumble.
Yeah, bro, I think it's 2-0.
Miniboo doesn't seem to want to allow it. I said, if this guy gets going, it really does feel like a done deal, and Orian's just even...
Oh my god, no rest, he left by tech die.
So he's gone from the fight, but this attack side will have to fall off.
Oh my
goodness. The lockdown is going to force them away. One player will get caught, but look at...
Oh man, losing that map like...
gathered up together, they are looking to try and fight
Liquid
this,
did so tilting too, bro.
Expected it to be a rotation.
Now getting destroyed here already, bro.
Lockdown, it might have pushed them back.
I don't see how they come back here, bro. Look at this guy. Arrested this man. He has a weapon, bro. The hunter.
Nice flash. Kiko's going to be swinging. So is Camo. Good opportunity as they force the fight.
Nothing going their way, bro.
Almost had one, but he couldn't quite connect. Miniboo surviving late is good for the trade, and the off up top picks off Patatek. That's the A side hold crumbled. nAts fills in the gaps, but he'll get nothing. Heretics, they are destroying Team Liquid in every round we've seen.
But this is a mental thing too, man. Liquid, no, they throw the last map. It was in their hand, bro.
Grip is going nowhere.
They couldn't close it out, and now this might end 3-0. Probably will.
Woot will be the one lurking up. He's doing that right now. Taking that control, sending out Wingman. Is this a fake to drag them off of B? The double fake from Team Heretics.
Liquid question everything.
But in fact, Team Liquid have not gone back either. They've not fallen away. Boo goes down, spikes on the floor, picked up, and now an attempt to plant it. It looks like that's a success. 3 versus 4.
Bro, how?
Not in their favor, but Miniboo manages to pull one back. Panatek is down.
Finally a run for Liquid.
He's down
right?
Out of the round. It's all
what?
on Miniboo.
It's a 1v2. I thought it was 1v3.
A very winnable scenario.
Okay, it's a 1v3.
Seemed questionable moments ago.
H1, bro. Not 7-1, but H1. Not 13-0, but this is already a good thing.
First pit. When A has been working, you're going to pop this early, wanting to keep that control. A player pushed up close in it as well is Serial. He's got a gap. He's safe inside that pit for now. And for Team Heretics, getting him out of position now that that nano is gone.
Man, Zero posture play is impressive.
They'll be decayed as they make their way in.
I cannot even
nano to try and sell
that
the idea
while
that
watching
he wasn't
the game.
somewhere on the site. Oh, that was almost nAts gone. That would have been the pit down. Instead, they planted just on the edge of it. Boo gone, Woot still standing, hiding on the edge. I don't know how he's still alive, but he's managed to get out of there with full HP. Gives them a man advantage and goes back for more. Woot in form is devastating, and Benji holds his back. It's going to be left all up to Serial.
He won the round.
And it takes a monstrous clutch to give them their second round.
It really is a serial killer, no?
The light at the end of the tunnel, perhaps.
Damn, bro.
They've been down for 8 rounds in a row, but a return to form now. 2 in a row. Much more needed.
Look at that posture, bro.
But this half,
an example for all of us.
The good read, the player guarding outside of that pit as well, necessary, or this would have been a very different round.
I can't, bro. I can't. Not even for a sec.
It seemed like that was enough to take it across the line.
Michael. Good job, guys.
Man, 4 rounds, I believe.
Digging deep when he's needed the most. He has been
Actually, I don't. I'm not gonna lie.
shining
But there's
beacon of
hope.
hope
There's
here on
hope.
this map, in this series as well for Team Liquid, going back to Ascent. A lot of big rounds.
Pace change, pressure, so much pressure put onto Camo. He's got Kiko alongside him at least, who has been able to survive and in fact even add another. Making things at least even after what was an attempted blitz through. Drone going to be put up top. That will give the game away onto Panitek's position. Means he can't peek, but nAts is already here alongside him. Again, though, Heretics after this blitz have paused.
Yeah, but they didn't get to back yellow. Thrash is now denied. nAts spots there's still one here waiting.
No
for that
trade from
but Woot gets ahead of him. Fires
The idea
his
that was
shot
good,
and
man.
takes him
I like
out,
that,
leaving
nAts.
Team Liquid with the disadvantage. Spike to be planted.
It wasn't a stupid play. He asked for the flash, but
The lockdown, not going to put on as much pressure as they would hope. These
Didn't
players
work, bro.
safely back in main.
A lot less ground to fight for, but they try and go ahead of it. But completely blinded is Panitek. He had nowhere left to go. Hunter's Fury already bought into play. The turret just playing a tight angle, which will let them know that there's somebody around this position, and Boo is going to go looking for it. The flash leaves him in a bit of an awkward position. Doesn't really have the cover for the team, and Rians is looking the wrong way completely. 2 big kills coming up for Liquid, but Woot still standing. Mini Boo alongside it, but Woot's doing it all. This man has been an unstoppable force in this first half, and still barely taking a lick
the
of
crossfire here
damage.
too.
Whereas Camo on the other side down to just
Ace for Woot.
looking to add another ace to the tally. They may have
Just seal the deal, bro, to bury Team Liquid and to put Heretics
Damn
in the
close to
grand
equalizing
finals against
series
Fnatic, my
versus
friends.
all year long. Another ace.
as well. Rians was
Stats for you, my friends.
exactly the same
21
thing.
kills for what this is just a
Benjyfishy on
masterclass
man
from this
number
kid,
one.
man.
It really has
On
just been a
Gecko, on
display
chat, on whatever he
the
wants,
depth
man. The
of
guy
talent.
always
That
put up
talent taken from
a
the
good
tier
performance.
2 and lighting up the tier 1. Of course, they're going to go aggressive in the pistol round.
Yeah,
Sure, the first kill
no
went
room
Kiko's
for
way,
Liquid
but
to breed
it's already
here.
been a flood back
To
in the
see
other
what
direction.
can they do. I
They've
wanted
just
2
set
man
up for the
down.
retake. A deep alarm bot which will give the game away.
That's the spike, Wings.
And sure, there'll be a plant. What?
Yeah, man, the individual zone
Didn't even
Heretics
get to see
today
anything.
are shining.
This
is a dangerous team, my friends. They wanna win Masters, man.
Went to Liquid.
They won the
that
first
moment on,
place.
it all
Actually,
went wrong.
first they want to win EMEA.
Ends. Sat in the
Wanna become
background
kings.
watching the boys find success. Time and time again on this map. It has
They really
gone
want a
to
trophy here,
Heretics.
my friends.
Once
And
more,
for Liquid,
the round falls in
how are they
their
qualified for
favor.
Master? They have
Team
to.
Liquid,
You spread the risk slightly, but then look.
There's
at the
no
fire on the
other
other
option.
side.
We gotta
They've
force
come in
in
with
this
5
situation.
Bulldogs. They are playing heavy into the rifles, looking to play.
But remember, man,
range.
it was 11-3
Of starts.
for Loud
Kiko's done
against
well
Fnatic.
here. In fact, he's done incredibly well.
But
look at the HP though.
it was Fnatic.
yeah, a lot of
You know, like
tags here.
they
Still
did
a
more
chance
than once.
to pull this back. It's not a standard 4v2.
But nAts,
Camo and Kiko,
he actually
just one
came
shot
back
needed, but Kiko,
against
he's being the snake in the grass
Team
now.
Vikings
He's
that had
hiding,
Sassi
holding on
and
to control.
Sablac
They're gonna clear
once
him. They're gonna clear
when he
him.
was on
That's
game.
another pick
In
now
this
for
map, I think
Heretics.
it was
The
9-3 at
numbers
that time.
Close to equal. Camo. One
So,
shot, the
he
rest
knows
are
the way.
healthy. They've recovered some weapons. Panitek's got a bulldog in hand. Time is ticking away in their favor, and a flash primed and ready for the big swing. The tap now. Oh, it's not even going to come in yet. On great time delay. This is dangerous. That's the rifle. Down and out. Down goes Camo and Serial. He needs another clutch. He's down to 17 HP and he's gone. Rien's stepping up to the plate as 12 rounds found for Heretics. The spike flash goes up. We might see the round go the other way.
They're doing it again.
Buy enough time.
They've got slightly more to play with, but there's slightly more players sitting in their way. Kiko needs this pick, and he will not get it. They met God Woot once again.
GG, my friend.
With a decimation of Liquid.
Amazing, my friends. Heretics look
in their blood
on their best form today, my friends.
That they are well
Liquid
of making another.
The second map that they throw at. Here's the deal, man. They couldn't get back in the game. Tomorrow, Heretics will face Fnatic in the best of 5 grand finals, my friends. I see you there. Leave a like, subscribe, activate notifications, and check it out. The sponsor of the channel, nAts.com. Links on the description. It is time, my friends, for the upper finals between Fnatic versus Team Heretics. And my friends, this one will be legendary, dude. So get ready. Already, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Win rate when it comes to their opponent's map picks.
We got one more series today.
This is Fnatic's pick. Let's see if that stat is going to be.
And it will be amazing, bro.
As Fnatic on the defense, getting
Kayaki, man, look at him, bro. Already on fire. Our development is low for me.
Helped him out for the second, but the
Okay,
first
that's
was all
right.
him. Little bit of space taken by Heretics in response, but a 5v2 that they're now left in.
Yeah, they did I think they did the exact same thing in the pistol versus Liquid. This aggressive defensive side push, and has left Miniboot in an almost impossible position, but bear in mind Kayak's low. And Miniboo, when you talk about statistics, when you talk about ACS, this has been the guy throughout the season that's been able to take rounds.
And man, Heretics is looking so good on Icebox, man.
Never should have been
with this young pick. Oh my god.
But the first one comes cleanly. The next two might be a little bit tougher.
Yeah, there's still some room for this to swing back in the favor of Team Heretics. A strong squad when it comes to that pistol round win rate. See if it can be converted with the crossfire in play. Chronicles contact and the swing from Crash. He's down below. In fact,
can you imagine?
Going diving in towards him.
They're even going to steal an orbital too, but I think they're very aware of the few spots. Less saying that Rien's is the first to take a duel, but
farm done, bro. Farm done.
Have them dead.
I'm not gonna troll. Farm done.
Obviously not wanting to overface, but here's the steps coming and just farming up those orbs. Eventually it's gonna
7 bullets reloading. Chronicle, what is that?
Oh, look at the guns that are left for Fnatic. They've only got the pistols remaining. One comes up for Alpha here, but this has all fallen apart.
Troll.
Close has got a chance.
He checked. Fnatic is showing big troll.
Back in their favor, the round 2 response.
Bro, how did they lost that? 7 bullets reloading, bro.
They look to play the orb.
I can't even believe it. That was Chronicle. That is an imposter on this thing.
Didn't seem to be in.
Who is that guy? Looks like him, but it's not Chronicle.
That's it's worked wonders.
Yeah, Fnatic need to make sure they go off to
was he
a
blind?
strong start, get that momentum in their favor. That's not lasted very long at all.
Let's go!
That was mentioned. This time though, Kayak on the other side.
Oh, did it spot Kayak?
Might have actually found a gap around the edge of the cam. I don't think Benji's gonna have any idea that he's here. It's not the prettiest of shots, but Kayak is still standing.
Somehow, yeah, he gets there in the end. Alpha Air above the smoke onto Miniboo, and now the numbers in Fnatic's favor. The weaponry there, the ult's online, and it's the neural theft finding the information. Big swing from Kayak. Shots,
yeah, that was good by Bowman. Pretty good.
And a Rolling Thunder in response is going to slow down that main take. Woot still flying under the radar up top. They've not spotted him. Chronicle may well have heard those steps as he swung out wide, and with Boo tagged low this
round. Low, holding there. No fear, bro. No fear.
Great stand.
Good shot,
in the
man.
middle of the open. And he will find one on low HP. That's as solid as you could hope for, but Woot being rooted leaves Rien's alone. The last man standing, players all around, but he isolates it to just Chronicle. The time ticking, and it's already gone.
He's clean, man. He's clean. But to be fair, that was impossible for Chronicle.
For a 3-1 lead. Ace to start out Fracture. Heretics, 70% of times they play an opponent's map, they steal it away. Alpha fired up. inside of
He's
dancing through the smokes, but eventually he will fall.
Okay.
The weaker
Look at that, the
weapons are
stinger.
left in this round still managing to
Lovely
put quite a
weapon.
punch. Boaster's taking down
5v3,
one.
dangerous
The
round.
numbers are somehow in Fnatic's favor. Damage is done too, and now the players are coming back up through main. This
They don't have the
outside
spike.
push from A main. Well, it bought them a bit of
Okay.
space, but that orbital strike takes it right back into Heretics' favor. 2v3.
Yeah, you normally want to save
Armageddon for
those,
crashes.
but they desperately needed that extra space. With Armageddon available.
Not even holding the
not
weapon.
anymore.
Good stun, man.
You will win the fight that takes the ult out.
Yeah, he do it.
Even still,
Kayak slow.
an immediate trade.
No
And this
molly,
allows
no
Boo
ult.
back into those post-plant scenarios.
Spike planted.
We've seen this many a time. It might
Oh, he
actually
heard
get an
that.
early
Yeah, he heard.
Chronicle has managed to slip the net into the close corner. I don't know if he's going to check it whatsoever.
They're allowed to give it
This is a
away, bro.
smart play
Smart by
from the
Chronicle.
reach down
Big
on the other
round
side.
here.
And what Fnatic will break back at the early 20s, you know, it's really difficult time.
Hands of time, man. They're unforgiving.
Oh. Boaster's another highlight as well. He's had a good season individually.
Bro, man,
Struggled
bro.
when it came to this matchup, maybe having
Doing
to focus
great.
a little bit more with
Good
how
for Fnatic.
aggressive
Clutching,
some of these plays can
bragging.
be. Chronicle,
Good
though,
calls.
ready and waiting.
Outstanding performance.
Always been one of his best.
Prime
rounds
Boaster.
over on Fracture. And for now, at least, they have the opening advantage.
Oh, that timing perfect on the swing. Alpha here took a while to get there. He's a little quicker. Swinging on to Boo, though.
We're
Benjyfishy
jinxing, bro.
Only got one last round. He wasn't happy with that. Steps up for a
Asuna?
second, but not quite the third. It's Alpha here to take it across the line. Putting just Rien's up against the rest. They know exactly where he is. He's tripping wires. He's caught by the ult, and now he's in a fight with Kayak. Not one that many get to live to tell the tale of. Some more brazen plays surely around the corner. Big stun on the Boaster. He's going to be caught again by Miniboo. Opening duel goes his way.
Big kill by
He's caught
Chronicle.
by Chronicle. Trade back.
That was
That's
getting
only
dangerous,
pistols
man.
now.
Still is,
That
actually.
ultimate was the one thing to bridge the gap. The weapon inside that cage maybe can help them
Didn't
out.
get the Vandal yet. Okay, Benji got
There it
it.
is, finally recovered by Benjyfishy. Now they've got a rifle in their hands. They've got a potential plant. But the spike goes back the other way. They think the A site is going to be an easier solution to this problem of Fnatic's quick rotations, and it has been left mostly open. It's a fake.
Absurd amount of space they had. By Kayak could definitely create
Man,
some
we'll get this
awkwardness
kill.
with an operator. He needs to land the immediate
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Benji gets a kill on the other side, but Kayak.
Thanks
is
God for
well
Fnatic
aware,
that he
and
didn't
none
miss
of the
that one.
Koreans, though. And again, both teams have had relative success with these lower purchases, with both players now having guns, with a Rolling Thunder
Spike
available.
planted.
It's going to come down
Man.
to the timing of what.
Dangerous,
Kayak
too
can get.
dangerous.
It was a crazy cerebral round from Heretics to fake back to A, late play into B, but now they've got to finish their dinner. Left down to just the operator of Kayak. Damage done to Benji, but that doesn't matter with this weapon in hand. And he's sent flying backwards by the Rolling Thunder. The clock here could prove to be his
Look
biggest
at the run
enemy
Fnatic
so
lost,
far.
bro. Oh
As he
my
makes his way
god.
towards this site, so much stands in his way. Still a stun for Rien's and a big weapon in his hands. He's made the realization this round cannot be won. It's expecting an Armageddon to clear exactly the space that it's going into. No one needs to move on Fnatic. They were already set up for this. Those spams come desperately close to taking someone down. But in the end, Fnatic survive behind those smokes. In fact, Boaster gets in front of them, hoping that Boo will make a mistake. Denying this plant, though, seems too big a task. Boaster's pushed out. Big orbital strike.
Yeah, you think they're not going to ult the same place twice, but clearly realizing that that ground had been retaken, they will now get themselves a pick off that orbital strike.
Spike
And finally that plant will come in. Retreat should be impossible, but actually, Boo manages to get away. There are a lot of tag players though. Benjyfishy looking to hold on to the cross. Rien's already eliminated by Alpha, putting things back into that 4v4 scenario, and now looking to try and clear things together. They need to get this close position out though, and Miniboo's just looking to try and survive in the corner, just dancing with death, but he survives all the way back around. And while trying to clear him, that spike has been slowly
misses for
taken
Otman.
away. Chronicle with another. The trade's coming back and forth, but still the attack have the time on their side, and with the salvos buying an extra few seconds at a peak, able to come for minus.
They got time, they got time. Oh my god, bro. Kayak, you're looking clean.
Chronicle on the defuse.
Well, we
Trust the
came in
cover.
singing
Trust
his
the cover.
praises, Tom, and I think you see exactly why.
The kid's good, man. He's showing his
that was
potential now.
unbelievable. One of the main
Rookie,
things I'm
actually.
worried about going back
Keep
into
that in mind.
retake is the fact that Boaster was the one to fall. You lose your smokes. It was a great orbital strike by Boo. A little bit of desperation as well because he had the spike. He couldn't just go swinging through that smoke. So he uses that to buy time, to force a fight, and eliminating their smoker. I mean, imagine, they smoke main. They can defuse underneath their nose. Instead, one man has to hold while the other defuses. Time was desperately close. Even one missed shot there.
A lot of the time,
The stats for you, my friends. I know you like 13 kills for Alpha.
Very directly
On fire.
for a lot of these
11 for Benji, right? Cypher's start fragging. This is the Sentinel meta, man.
Heretics now playing their own composition against them. Of course, they've got a very competent Cypher of their own, and you already see the setups being put into place to force back that A main control.
It is, though, a plan from Fnatic early, sending Crashies through to break that camera, leaving Alpha on north side, and now taking advantage of the space as they heard that A main crunch. They heard a lot of utility, they heard steps, so they know there's space, and Alpha has walked out of heaven, taken down Voot with ease, and the B side open for the plant. Boaster gets a little too aggressive, punished forward, expecting a gap, and there certainly was not one there. But a 4v4 post plant for Fnatic as a result. The camera even spotting this two-man north side push. A lot of information now for that attacking side to work with.
They managed to reclaim the ramp. And Alpha already picking off Benji. This is looking like a second pistol potentially.
And Alpha is looking so good here. So good. Big pistol for Fnatic.
Never count him out. The
the guy's too clean, bro.
That's a bigger issue. He was hoping to force players in. He's actually clipped it. And now
precise gunplay there, bro. No chance for my boy Riens.
It's the util rat. 40 seconds left on the clock, and they've still got an awful lot
and
of
he's very close.
Timing here for
What might not expect him to be so close.
If he gets this pick, it could be a problem.
Got surprised.
It's been an unstoppable force so far in this map, and now just
rotating. They're pushing top side with two players.
On that top side of the map. Making that realization, okay.
That is a free plan here.
Start clearing out the other side, and now the smokes fall, and they are nowhere to be seen.
They already got rid of that.
Oh, dodge it! You dodge it!
Side B main, so it's not to be worried about. Riens dealt with. He was already so desperately low. Boo ahead of the curve for Chronicle.
That's game, Mel. I think that's game on this map. Fnatic, I think this round shows the deal.
From putting double digits on the board. There's Rolling Thunder online, one way or another. And Miniboo.
And I think Miniboo knows that. That's why he might go.
This across the line. I don't know how far away Crashies is from those salvos,
the game.
but I think they'll be online fairly soon. Even as Miniboo continues to chip away at this task, it's like Atlas. It will
remember that game against, I think it was the RX, so they throw around like this. The guy was just like
salvos come online,
going and
keeps ticking, and
with the neon nice box and
halfway, beautifully played.
They diffuse. I was Miniboo, right?
In those fights, Fnatic had all they needed to put 10-5 on the scoreboard.
Replay of the next round. Oh, almost won the miracle round here, dude. Like, almost throw it.
Yeah, it was an incredibly nice try from Boo. Switching guns midway through.
Both pair. Obviously, man.
Last man standing, Boaster.
I remember there was a time where Boaster had the highest clutch percentage on EMEA.
Before it hit 7. But there needs to be a whole lot more for Heretics to make me believe.
Money on Fnatic wasn't the best, so Boaster decided to go with a Stinger and bought a rifle for Alpha. That's what a good IGL should do. There are IGLs in EMEA who didn't do this kind of thing, bro. Not gonna mention names, but you might know who it is.
That ultimate. Look at the value found in the last half. Certainly far from an easy round. Trap already destroyed. Benji will be under pressure anytime now. An ultimate put into play. Kayak on his way straight through. There it is activated. But Miniboo's the first to draw blood. It's Benji under the pressure as predicted. Miniboo to fall as well. Numbers kept even, but the attack side has space. Rolling Thunder keeps the spike in the defender's hands. They've got it dropped in towards main.
That's why you drop a vendor to the star player of your team, bro.
This one to bed.
Sorry.
Off the spike and taking it from under Rien's nose, and now
she's gone, bro. Now she's gone. She's not playing even Valorant anymore, bro.
You can see that Alpha is lurking.
Side days. Come back for it.
Making his way around to close this out from behind. Rian's worried about the players in May. Now he's got an idea, though. Alpha hits the shot anyways.
Mad point, bro. Mad point.
Operator alongside Ultimate for Minibu. It feels like they've almost put all their eggs in one basket. He's dead immediately. Alpha here again with the opener.
I was saying earlier, you can't take anything away from him. His utility so important here on the attack, but now he's starting to claim a name for himself with the gun in hand. I think just one behind Kayak in terms of...
And that's it, my friends. And like I was saying, bro, Icebox will be interesting because Heretics is the only team in the road that runs Neon there. But Fnatic, they have a good staff. They got Boaster. I want to see their prep because they knew Icebox was coming, man. So I want to see what they cook for that map, bro.
I think Boaster one away from having, in fact, there it is, the same amount of kills.
But man, I want to see 3 maps. I want to see Lotus too. So Heretics, let's go. Let's go.
GG!
Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, activate notifications, my friends. A lot of good Valorant in this week and the next.
The attack almost flawless.
Stay tuned.
Stellar defensive side as well. It took them a little while to get going with that second round blip.
Icebox now, my friends. Here we go. Boaster on Viper.
The two being pushed, but Heretics are ready. Benjyfishy watching that alongside Boo.
I've been asking for this, to put the tags in front of the players' names. I like this, man. This is OG. I love it.
Fortunately, Alpha's isolated. He's still alive. 1 shot left. And he'll be executed from behind. Does well, though, to find his 1 there. Still a disadvantage for Fnatic.
Alpha here playing yellow and only getting 1 kill. Can't believe it. Thought he'd have at least 2. Boaster under serious pressure. Wingman can get the plant in, and well, that gives the space for the others to push. They've spotted
big pistol for Heretics.
And both players on Fnatic completely isolated. Both pistols went their way in the last map. It got them that extra little bonus of a start. And well, maybe this one still has some legs in it. 2 quick kills.
Where has this hope come from? Oh, the stun perfect, though. Chronicle going to be caught out. Rian's the one to take him down, and now Crashy's all alone.
Yeah, no chance.
And they're lined up. The high-low setup almost isolates 1. The shot's not quite landing. 4, 3, 2 bullets left, and he's out. The reload they'll swing on, but that's a mistake. Unfortunately, time is too far gone at this point. Somebody goes for that mid-aggression. In the end, it doesn't really come through. You could consider what we just saw from Chronicle there, kind of.
But look at where they pushed to, though. Like, Benji just got killed from a guy all the way up, deep in towards that A side of the map. But luckily, there's been a response. Again, the goal on this side has always been to delay.
Flanking.
Decided, you know what? I'm not going to give them that opportunity. I'm going to try and get up in their face. Plant will go down.
Server.
Armageddon. A little bit further up behind, was hoping to force the forward, but with the space already taken by Minibu, they weren't too wary about it. Still looking to hold on.
I don't know about Kayak.
Kayak is the snake in the grass, the second layer to this rotation, and it seems like at this stage, the attack are completely unaware that there is another player coming in from behind.
Isolator.
They have no idea. And now even less so, looking for that retake, looking for the fight. Alpha, 8 HP. All hope may rest on Kayak's head, but he manages to find 1. Alpha buys that little bit of space. The wall not quite lasting as long as it needed to. Everyone is squishy. Everyone's a free kill, but he's got to land his shot. And now he's down to just 50.
Healing.
Yeah, we'll get some of his health back. Live to fight another day, and Minibu's being left behind. It's
Bro, do you expect Kayak to pick that?
Lurk, this additional player of
Oh my god, oh my god.
The problem, though, is that they are losing members.
He thrifty here is big.
Drone from Crash.
Look at the money on Heretics, man.
Knowing that there was a guy on the other side, and now I'm going to just try and slow them down as the full force of Fnatic looks to rotate into this side of the map.
This could be a strong start to the attacking side, but they're being chipped away at by Fnatic early on. A chance remaining for the defensive side. An early flank yet again. Guess who it is? Kayak wrapping up behind. Hasn't been spotted. And there's presence being shown by Fnatic, but they haven't committed just yet. Those weaker weapons, hesitant to take the fight. Will Heretics worry about their back in time? No, they won't. Kayak strikes, picks off the first. They're managing to hold the line against the onslaught from Spawn. Kayak, the man with the rifle, buys time, grabs their attention,
there.
and Crashies takes some
big around, man. Heretics is in trouble.
For the defuse, and the orb given towards that Armageddon. Here and then just a mid-hold. This time the push from A is in Heretics' favor. They're running it down towards Kayak. No flank this time. He's dealt with after one. And Heretics finding these close-range 1v1s, XV1s.
Another drifter coming?
They've managed to recover themselves some rifles. And look at the space on B.
Yeah, this has been another thing to talk about, is that the amount of space they've been able to get on B at times has been intentional, and there's been just util thrown in to delay. But this round was just a single rifle for the side of Heretics. And Mini's done incredibly well. Like him and Benji both finding a pick, both getting rifles for Benji and Woot, and then the space that's been taken on the other side. Because it looks like an eco direct hit into A, they now get the post plant that's been eluding them.
Okay.
Fnatic now have to try and clear everything else that remains.
Man, Boo's been so patient. He waited in this corner with a classic, hoping that there was someone close enough by that he could punish. And in the end, he's forced back by this lockdown. Won't have his reward, won't be able to get back into position either. The snake bite, though, lands in time to delay. Buying that little bit more time. Oh, it's actually a little gap in it. They'll walk right past it, so a little bit more space taken. Boaster closer than expected already, wrapping around on yellow. Those recovered rifles now in with a chance. Alpha baits them into the open, takes down the double. Boaster with another, and the round falls into Fnatic's hand just about. The wingman.
Good job, little man.
To defuse that spike as
MVP.
they now equalize it in Fnatic's form, 3-3.
Yeah, really nice retake. That didn't look like it was going to go in their favor, but Miniboo low and then being able to trade out Woot without too many
man, these
issues.
shifters are getting too close, bro.
It's a round where they fight from a two-man deficit to get back into position.
Cover by Fnatic.
The more worrying thing for the side of Heretics there.
This is Benji in my pocket. Fish.
A cheeky wall put into position, and you're not going to expect it. That Miniboo gone already. And there's not really anything he can do about that. You'd have to pre-fire every single angle on the map to find that kill.
Yeah, I think that boost has been around almost as long as TikTok. Kayak happy to take it out here. You haven't seen it for a long time though, right? Just with the lack of Sage being put into play. Sure, we'll get the one around mid a little bit later on. For now, that one was more than enough to find the early advantage. Hunter's Fury thrown through. Chronicles desperately low, but he dodges both blasts that come his way. The op, although it's looking for the pick, it won't find Wingman. The plant in play.
This is clear.
Crash. Oh, it's got a lot of space and forcing the fights as they're out.
Bro, they got destroyed, man. Flawless round. Heretics broke. Good half for Fnatic Kawaii, man. But the thing about Heretics on this map is that the defender side, man, has been so impressive. Their stats here is crazy, bro.
And time also becomes an issue. Two slows and the wall available. They're walking straight.
Okay, they got a trade.
Miniboo is going to find the trade. At least it's not another flawless. We're not getting the 3.
Yeah, bro, that would be insane.
That's a bit of a silver lining. Benji's done well. Chronicle down. Still the salvos coming into play. Crashy's got to be the most irritating.
Man, they did a miracle here.
To play against with the timing. Woot has found some space. Unexpected, not known, but Alfia quick on the trade.
Man, Alpha is on fire today, bro. He's looking clean.
For a second or two, but with the form that Alfia is in, it's not looking like.
I think you gotta watch the replay just to
see his Crashy's getting his claws out in some of these previous
and the money of Heretics, man. Once again, not looking that good, but the bonus must be high.
6-3.
So they probably buy.
One start. It's feeling like deja vu. Going back. Rien stepping back just a little
Could survive
too far.
there.
The snake bite forcing him to be a little more cautious, but
good shot by Boaster, man.
And quick reactions by Boaster to trade out Kayak after that opening pick. Indeed, a second pause coming into round 10. Heretics are fully panicking. Can't turn back. Here goes the ult, and now the flank from Fnatic shows its full hand. One player goes back to deal with him, but there's actually two players on the flank, and they find out the hard way. Benji at least able to pick off Chronicle. The players now are waiting on site. I say players, it's just one. It's Boo, isolated. but he has managed to fly under the radar. A free
Boom! He gets two.
Here's
What a
the
round, bro. What a round.
Even the lockdown committed and denied. Kayak, you've been sublime so far, but a little more needed. There's the pick and the res, and that brings them right back into the round.
And it's Alpha. The boss, bro. Yeah, who's the lockdown? Who's everything? 2 alarm bots. 2 mollies, alarm bots. Who's everything?
Than anything else, Alfie are actually looking to try and play
shock darts. Everything.
By Rienz. And while there's not a lot of time left, it won't matter. It takes a second pause. I think also having the drone. Also having
what?
That's important. A quick pick, but still all of that delay utility is in place.
That's crazy, man.
Now the Mosh comes through as
Yo,
well.
Heretics has Hunter, Siri, and Viper's Pet.
That a risk could do it all.
But time is getting too low, man.
Fury thrown in to try and find some damage as the wingman goes for the plant. I don't know if it's gonna fail. No, it's not. It's failed. They're stuck again. They have to go pushing. They have to go moving.
Big heal, big run by Mini Boo.
He might just be keeping them in the round, but there's the swing. Spike dropped once again. With 7 seconds left, Chronicle, all he has to do is try and drop it one more time, but he will die. So it doesn't matter.
Man, low key, for Heretics, this is actually a good half, man.